It's the Breakfast Club, bitches.
Who's Donkey of the Day today?
Well, Ed Sheeran, Donkey of the Day for Wednesday. Today's Wednesday, right? Or Thursday?
Thursday, bro.
Thursday. Donkey of the Day for Thursday, June 1st, goes to Steven Schwartz, an attorney with a firm called Leverdow and Oberman right here in New York City. Now, this story warms my heart because I keep telling y'all AI is the devil, and I don't like AI for a lot of reasons, and I hate how people say things like, it's a necessary evil. Evil should never be necessary. But the society we live in is always willing to accept some evil, especially if it puts money in people's pockets. But this story is proving one of my theories about AI correct, and that is simply, you can't trust it. And this attorney found out the hard way when he used ChatGPT to help write a Manhattan federal court filing. Let's go to CBS News for the report, please.
Even a lawyer with 30 years of experience can learn something new about the law. For example, don't let ChatGPT do your legal research. Steven Schwartz filed a brief for a man who said he was injured by a drinks cart on a flight operated by Avianca Airlines. Schwartz's filing cited precedents like Martinez versus Delta Airlines. The problem was that while Delta Airlines does exist, the case does not. Schwartz admitted he relied on ChatGPT, which made up half a dozen bogus cases. Now the lawsuit he was working on has been tossed, and he faces potential sanctions. The risks of AI go far beyond poor legal work. Industry leaders, including executives of 3 leading AI companies, co-signed a statement Tuesday warning the technology could pose an existential threat to society.
30 years of experience, 30 years to build a reputation in law, one day on ChatGPT to ruin it, okay? Steven Schwartz, you obviously are one of those people that cheated their way through law school, all right? You don't just start doing things like this because of the technology. No. You've been doing this since at least high school. Probably copied from folks so much you even signed the person you was cheating off of's name, okay? What kills me about this story isn't the fact that Steven used ChatGPT. It's just that you didn't do the number one thing we were all taught to do in school and should apply in our everyday lives, and that's check and cite our sources, check and cite our work. You have to proofread and read some more to make sure you have everything in this paper correct. This is why when people say things to me like, AI can never replace humans, you're gonna need a human to make sure AI is doing what it's supposed to do. Do you realize how lazy Homo sapiens are? Okay, and how much technology has made us even lazier. Okay, this whole world we live in is designed for us to do as little as possible. Okay, we want everything instant nowadays. We want everything right here, right now. This lawyer used ChatGPT simply because he didn't want to do the work. And guess what? It's just another example that in life there is no shortcuts. Okay, it's simply not. And we shouldn't want to give up our critical thinking skills to ChatGPT. Don't tell me that ChatGPT needs humans when humans are just willing to relinquish all control to this artificial intelligence chatbot, okay? Because that's what Steven Schwartz did, and he paid the price. Imagine your lawyer is in court asking the court to get your lawsuit tossed. He's citing more than a half a dozen relevant cases, and none of those cases exist. Completely made up by ChatGPT. Steven Schwartz, why would you not check and double check ChatGPT's work to see if the cases they used were actual cases? I didn't go to college, okay? I don't know how much studying y'all do in law school, but I feel like you would have heard a lot of these cases before, and some of them should just make you be a little curious. For example, you heard the case titles: Miller versus United Airlines, Peterson versus Iran Air, Hart versus Soul Plane, 3-6 versus Stay Fly Air. Wouldn't you just be a little bit curious about what some of those things are? Okay, I made those last 2 stories up, but the moral of the story is this. This is why the robots will win, because humans are relinquishing all trust to them. And honestly, the way that things are currently going, people won't even care if the cases are real soon, as long as they sound good. I can easily see a judge not knowing any better. A jury definitely wouldn't know no better. Why would they? They not lawyers. What if a judge or someone in a jury goes home and pulls these fake cases up, reads them, and applies them to the actual real case that they will be trying, all right? They're gonna start trying real cases based off precedent that's not even real, okay? I've told y'all a million times, the lines of what's real and what's fake are already blurred. AI will obliterate those lines completely. Now, I would play a game, but guess what race it is? But it's obvious Steven Schwartz isn't black, right? Because even though black people may believe anything, we question everything. Okay, what's the first thing we say when somebody tells us a story that seems a little fishy? This don't sound right. Okay, see, this new generation, y'all operate a little different because y'all believe everything on social media. But when you're born in the 1900s, you are skeptical about everything. I encourage you all to read The Fifth Agreement by Don Miguel Ruiz. Yes, I'm sure you've read the 4 agreements, but there's a 5th agreement. And the 5th agreement is be skeptical, but learn to listen. Okay, be skeptical because most of what you hear isn't true. You know that humans speak with symbols and that symbols are only the truth because we agree, not because they are really the truth. But the second half of the agreement is learn to listen. And the reason is simple. When you learn to listen, you understand the meaning of the symbols that people are using, you understand their story, and the communication improves a lot. That's going to be such a foreign concept if y'all just relinquish all control and power to ChatGPT. America, you better learn to be as skeptical about everything as black people, okay? Or question everything. Learn to say, this don't sound right. All right, black people from the 1900s, we say things don't sound right when it's no sound involved. You better get like us, because the life and career you save may be your own. Please let Remy Ma give Steven Schwartz the biggest hee-haw.
Hee-haw, hee-haw. You stupid motherfucker. Are you dumb?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, thank you for that donkey today.
Yes, indeed.
And shout to BET. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
That don't sound right.
What?
You sure we're going to be here tomorrow on BET?
Tomorrow's Friday. What's wrong with
Just
you?
making sure. Be skeptical, but learn to listen.
Yo, shut up. BET, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.
Donkey of the Day is brought to you by the law office of Michael S. Lamonsoff. Don't be a donkey. Dial pound 250 on your cell and say the bull if you've been hurt in a construction accident. That's pound 250 from your cell and say the bull.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.